So as the sign declares, I am indeed in Pattaya in Thailand. Why am I here? Good question. Actually, Pattaya's got a pretty good reputation as being Sin City or Sleaze City. I've been here a couple of times and it's left an impression on me. Not going to say it's entirely a positive impression. Anyway, I'm here to be convinced that Pattaya is indeed a good place. I've got a mate who lives here. He's been here for many years and he keeps sending me messages and telling me how wonderful Pattaya is. So I've brought my family down and I'm here to have a bit of a look at Pattaya through his eyes and try and let him convince me that Pattaya indeed is a good place. I'm also here for a curious event which is called the Bikini Run. Yes, you heard me right. At 5 p.m. today there is the Pattaya Bikini Run. Now, last time I read there was over 3,000 people who have actually registered for this race. It's a 5k race. You have to wear your bikinis and you run along the beach. So that's where this adventure is going to go. I'm going to have a bit of a look around and see what else I can find here. And then I'm going to meet up with my mate and let him convince me that Pattaya is a good place indeed. So I've just been reading about the name Pattaya. The name Pattaya, its origins actually refer to the wind that flows from the southwest to the northeast. And it's a particular wind that blows just before the rainy season. That's one of the theories as to where the name Pattaya gets its name from. And there's another theory as to where the name Pattaya actually comes from. And it dates back to King Taksin. So King Taksin, he was in the Rayong area, which is not too far from Pattaya here. So you got to understand that the time we're talking about is just after the fall of Ayutthaya. So Taksin, who wasn't the king at the time, but King Taksin, he was based in Rayong and he gathered his troops and he was heading back towards the Ayutthaya. So King Taksin, he was on his way back toward Bangkok, back towards Ayutthaya. So that's where the Burmese had invaded. So he and his troops were travelling back and they stopped here in Pattaya and met one of the local leaders. The local leader was named Nai Klom, and it was actually a meeting, not a friendly meeting. He was here to intercept. When Phraya Tak met with Nong Klai's army, there was no battle. In fact, Nong Klai was very impressed with Phraya Tak's dignified manner and how disciplined his troops were. So without a fight, he surrendered and they joined forces. Now this specific meeting point is called Thap Phraya, which means Army of the Phraya. So that was the meeting point. So Phraya Tak has a dignified manner. Speaking of dignified manners, I'm going to meet my mate Ben. He's a very dignified gentleman. He loves to wear a bum bag. He's always got his Pattaya uniform on, which is flip-flops and board shorts. So I'm going to meet up with him and let him convince us that Pattaya is indeed a great place to live. I've tried to call my mate. He's still in bed. I think he was out sampling some of the Pattaya nightlife last night. Anyway, there's a big Buddha around here somewhere, so I'm going to head off and see that. I'm just going to admire the view a bit longer, and then there's two Buddha images actually that we're going to check out. One is called the Big Buddha, and then another one is the world's largest outline of a Buddha in the side of a cliff. So they're the next two stops, and then we're probably going to have to go to the beach. Of course we are. We've got the Bikini Run coming up.